video sponsored by Interplay Learning, simulation-based step-by-step service testing procedures, beginning to advanced courses available. A fun and entertaining way to advance your skills. Limited time discount, link and promo code in description below.
This video sponsored by Value Testers. Great promo offer on Testo, Fieldpiece, and Bacharach. Free 2-day shipping on purchase of $200 or more on selected seasonal testing equipment. Link in description below. Morning guys, April 19th, 2019. This one here, I was at this job about a week ago. There was a zone control, a Taco zone control that was giving the guy issues. I was able to move the little cube relay and he clicked right in. So he called me a few days later with a problem on that thing.
I 195 west toward Fall River.
And I told him to switch one of the cube relays around and see if he got, see if it would work. And finally got a hold of the guy, and I'm going back over there to see what's going on with the unit. I think it's probably that zone control that's bad. I think he had a 4-zone control in there, but only 3 of them were hooked up.
2.5 miles. Take exit 12A.
We'll see when I get there. What we might have to do is might have to run out and get another control for it. He's also got a relief valve that's dripping a little bit, so I'll have to drain it down, check the expansion tank, and see what the story is with that. But we'll try to get you some shots when I get there. I'm thinking it's that zone control, because I had issues with it, not that long ago. I mean, I showed him what was going on with the cube relay, that I moved it, it clicked right in. I said, why don't we see if that might have just been a bad connection, but a lot of times when something like that happens, it's inside the control or the cube, so we'll see. Try to get you some shots. So priority is on. Last time I was here, I moved this relay around. I told him to switch one of the relays. Supposedly he did. It's not calling. Probably gonna have to run out and get another control. I know this one's not being used, so let's try switching it. And it's still not firing the boiler. So it's in the control I gotta change. Oh, just cooked it. So we got issues. We gotta change this control. So all I need is a 3. Here's the input coming in. And it's toast now. We're gonna do that 3. 1, 2, 3 zone control. That's all we need. We don't need a 4. Basement first, and this must be the heater. So I'm gonna run out and get a 3 zone control. Alright, I got the new relay here. We got to disconnect all the wires. Power's off. That's going down to the controller. And that's the TT. Gotta mark all these wires so I don't know where they all go, obviously, right? I know where that one goes. We're gonna just mark them zone 1, 2, and 3. This will be zone 1. It's gonna be zone 1. So I got 1, 2, and 3 out of the way. We'll pull it right out and mark it. Zone 1. Pull it all the way over to 1. I'll pull it all the way over so I know that's zone 1. Zone 2. We'll leave that one right inside the connector for now. Zone 2, and then L1, L2 going to the burner. I'm just going to mark them with a piece of Tyson black tape around them too. This one, this is feeding the burner, the boiler control, L1, L2 power. We'll just put some tape on this so we know which is which. Put some black tape on that one. I know that's the power going to the burner, feeding the boiler control. Right, and then that same one is number 3 zone. Number 3 zone. Right, this is saying 4 zone because they jumped out the number 1. They didn't use the number 1, but we don't need it. So and then L1, L2 from the switch. This one's a little different, Mama. Okay. That'll be nice and tight like that. That's good enough for this neighborhood. Oh, I can get the cover on the side here before it was too tight. No good. That's better. I want to mark the number 1 also with tape. Put some tape on the number 1 so I can put it back together before I slide it out there, so I don't mix them up. And it's gonna go up through there. I'm not worried about the grounds because all the grounds are going to the same spot, right? She's a busy one. She's a busy one, Mama. She's a busy one. Not easy being cheesy. This is a new design they got out now compared to the old one. I kind of like the old one better, to be honest with you, but here's what it is. Gotta try to get all these wires together now. Alright guys, I got it all wired. The H is the hot, and then the N is the neutral on zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And then L1, L2 is coming in from here. I had to put an extension on because this was too short. So this neutral goes over to here. Neutral and hot, and then the neutral and hot go from here down and feed that control. That's the way it was wired. Now the TT here, that's going to pull this control in, goes over. I'd extend it over and on the top to the XX. See, XX switch isolation. So when this zone kicks in, it's gonna send power over and pull this control in. Boom. That's what was happening with the other control, was a problem. Then we got zone 1, 2, and 3, which is the same as this. You know, I just made sure I put 1, 2, and 3 on the so it should fire up. Now the only thing we might have a problem with right now, I got it on priority for the water tank, which is over there. But this new control has these little resistors, 1000 ohm resistors you have to put in if you got a programmable thermostat, or it won't work. So let's see if it fires up. All right, so it fired up. We know that works, but it's on priority right now. So if we take it off of priority, we should be able to turn zone 1 and zone 2 on. If they won't come on, we got to put the resistors in. All right. So the first floor had an old Robert Shaw programmable one that came on. But this new Honeywell, I don't think it's going to work unless I put the resistor on it. We'll see. Heat. Let's see if it kicked in. Hope it kicked in. So I got all 3 zones working. We'll make sure that all the circulators are running. Seem to be. so I don't need to use those resistors. I have run into that before where I had to use them. They call it voltage stealing thermostats. Yeah, all 3 zones are calling, so that's good. You know, and then we could put this, after we could put this on priority, and then there's the hot water tank will run before the other ones, but I want to make sure it heats up okay. It's having a problem with the relief valve. I'm probably going to change that tank and the relief valve. There's a shut-off right there, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't think the tank's bad because it doesn't seem to be building pressure. Got a vase there that's... Can't have that. We'll let it heat up a bit. Alright guys, sometimes you have to put this, the resistor right here off this common to the thermostat on the white if the lights won't pull in. That's what these, I have had to do that before. They never had them in the old control. Drive you flipping crazy. Just on the low voltage side. It's a coal stop boiler application. That's when I ran into it. Tankless coil boiler application. Same thing, but it's a 1,000 ohm resistor. But all 3 zones are working without them, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about it. All 3 are going out hot. Alright. So we can put this back on priority, which means just zone 3, which is the storage tank. Just zone 3 will run until it gets warm before the thermostats kick in. So that's all done with the instructions. And we'll turn the heat back down to 70. You know it's working. I just wanted to make sure they're both working. I gotta drain the boiler down, change this relief valve and that tank, check that tank. I bet the tank's bad.